Now, before I go on here, it is important that I point out that um, during this period of adversity in my life over the last few years, um, I've had a lot of people sort of not really turn their back on me, but just, not be very willing to be helpful because they're not sure what my intentions are, because they're not sure that I'll do more than hang out and mooch or whatever. So the last time I spoke to this guy, I basically had to tell him that, look, um, our friendship's just not working out right now. It's just not happening. So I'm gonna have to put kind of a cease to this, and I don't really um, want you around me or my family or even near me right now until you start getting your shit together. Now, again, I've had plenty of people say that to me, and I understand it completely. But this guy, he just didn't handle it well. And it's not really like I'm saying, forever. It's just, I can't carry on with our friendship right now. And here's why. And of course, he got angry, and I tried very rationally to sort of explain it all to him and be fair and kind about the whole thing and honest. This guy has a little bit more working against him than I do, but those were mistakes he chose to make earlier in his life. So, I can't really be held responsible for those. And I did at least value his friendship. But again, in the hopes that he would start to change some, and I just didn't see it happen. Not only did I not see it happen, I didn't see that changing anytime soon. And I did feel kind of bad about the whole affair. Literally, there's some stuff that happened in the background that maybe he wasn't aware of everything, and neither was I. Whenever a woman's involved, it can make things a little harder, a little worse on a friendship. But he got upset. He and I don't use Facebook anymore really for more than just talking to a few people that that's the only way I can communicate with them. So I was like, dude, I just can't. I'm gonna have to unfriend you and everything for right now. I can't see any more of your stuff, and I don't want you to see what I'm up to either. We're kind of done right now. Sorry. So he unfriended me first and then blocked me, and then proceeded to kind of slander my character all over Facebook. And there are a lot of people who know us both, of course, and them reading that, didn't really make me look worse. I'm pretty sure people kind of knew, the gist of what really went down. And he kind of accused me of being like his ex and everyone else. And, I'm trying to say, look, if everyone is treating you this way, then it's not them. You're the one with the issue. You need to be the one to enact some type of change in your life. So, I got the comment taken care of eventually. It took time. Actually, what it took was me losing my cousin, who was very important to me. Me just kind of outright telling him, look, I need you to be cool about everything. I just went through this, and I don't need to deal with this horse shit. So, you need to be cool. You want to look at the guy that ruined your life, look in the mirror, you know. And again, I've had to do the same thing. So some days go by, and then he's giving the ex a hard time, and she's messaging me like, hey, you know, what the hell's going on? Like, I can't believe you said this, and this. So he's kind of putting words in my mouth and everything like that, and then I told him, look, you know, she just emailed me, my friend, and she wants to be left alone. She's not your friend. She's not my friend. She doesn't want to deal with either one of us. And you don't need to be trying to ruin her life, okay? Because you're unhappy and you want to blame her or me for it or what have you. Because, you know, even though I care about her and everything, you know, she's made it pretty clear she doesn't want to have anything to do with anybody from her past, really. And I'm one of those people. So I'm trying my best to respect that. But I always end up having to deal with her because of him. And she and I are getting along a little better. So when she told me about all this, I was like, look, you know, I don't know what he's talking about. He could have heard anything from anyone. You know, you have a bad reputation in town, so, you know, I've heard you tell some people some things you really shouldn't have, like while I was sitting in the room. Yada, yada, yada. But then, like I said, I kind of went and messaged him, and I was like, look, just leave her alone. And he comes back, and he's yelling at me in type, saying, you know, hey, stay out of this, you don't need to be involved, I was with her longer than you, and, you know, he's basically going to kick my ass. For saying anything about her. But I was like, dude, you know, she and I aren't friends, man. You're just like putting a lot of words in my mouth, and you're trying to ruin her happiness because you're not happy, and that's just not cool. So, I guess the point of these 2 long videos, I'm sorry about that, I just needed to vent a little bit, is did I make the right call? I think if it's pretty obvious that one person or a few people are going to ruin your life in one way or another, if you're involved with them, you have to cease your involvement with them, at least until you see a change. And not a little change, like a big change. And again, I certainly understand how hurt he is, because, I mean, I haven't been the only one to abandon him. I mean, his mom, you know, his friends, some of his friends, his sister, you know. Things have been really rough for the guy. And he doesn't exactly, again, have the same options as everybody else does. So, I kind of feel bad about the whole thing, but at the same time, I'm really glad that I'm not involved. That's another thing. He's a really dramatic dude. He likes drama. He likes to get on Facebook and, like, stir up the beehive and stuff like that. Which in and of itself is a pretty immature thing to do. I mean, it's a digital environment. You're making a big assumption that people are going to believe you in the first place. And, you know, there are things you can do about that. I mean, you can be on the phone with Facebook if you have to be to get something down. So, I guess I'm just wondering from you guys, and you know, I guess especially you guys that know me kind of well. I mean, I think I made the right call. and everything here, and I just I need some confirmation that that's the case. I don't know if I'll ever be involved with the guy again in any type of way. I mean, I want to see him do well, and this goes for because although this situation is a little bit unique, I wouldn't say that this is the first friendship that's ended for me. I lost a really good friend for a few years, and now we're kind of, getting things back together, but, it could take a while. The thing is, I promised that I'd email this guy in a couple of weeks, and it's been over that. And I was just kind of wondering if I should forget about it or be a man of my word like I normally am and check in on the guy. Again, I'm not doing as well as I would like up here yet. I think that probably Denton just isn't the place to find work if you're my age, especially, or older. And it's likely I'll be moving a little farther into DFW. Arlington, Fort Worth, most likely. So, in fact, I got a job offer today in North Dallas. A guy said he could get me a job at a hotel, and I'm kind of thinking on it, but I'm really thinking of taking him up on it. And then I can sort of be more helpful to some people that maybe need help from me. Like I've met a person or two locally who'd like to get out of Denton too, and maybe I can provide that. There are a couple of people back over in China who I've kind of said, if you need it, let me get back on my feet. If you need a place to stay for a month or so, you can come do that with me. Those people don't necessarily need more help than he does, but I tend to feel like they've earned it. So I'm just looking for one or two opinions on this and everything. It'd be much appreciated. Anyway, happy 4th of July, everybody. It's just almost the tail end of it. Hope you all had a good firework presentation or what have you. Enjoy your independence while we all still have it. And, have a good night. Goemonronin signing off.